Hey guys, Cal here bringing you another video. This one is going to be talking about ore usage and how you should spend your ores. I was making a video on my main talking about um, pretty much how people are misspending their ores and how I don't really think the economy is very bad. However, I felt that was a bit negative, and I think I should make one that's more positive and kind of helping out the fellow clasher instead of telling them that they're spending their ores incorrectly. So, before we get too far into the video, let's talk about how to get ore. And how you get ore is through your star bonus, where the higher league you are, the more ore you get. So, my recommendation for this is to get into Titan, and there's a trick you can do with Legend League, but Titan is usually good enough. And if you want to learn how to get to Titan, we have plenty of videos on how to farm with the sneaky goblins, essentially just getting a lot of 1 stars, and as long as you're Town Hall 11 and higher with a warden, you will be able to do this no problem. So that's one way to do it. There's also, of course, wars. Winning wars will get you a lot of ore, and if you want a good war clan, I think that our win rate is pretty good here on the channel. So if you need a good war clan, while space is available, definitely you can join and we will put you in. Unless there is no more space, of course. We only have 10 spots left. But if we need more space, we can, of course, make more space. And the third way now is with the glowy ore. You can buy it in the shop here. You can buy all the ores. So those are the 3 big ways of getting the ore. And now we need to talk about how to spend it best. And unfortunately, a lot of us, me included, have probably used up a lot of their ore. So a lot of us are starting from scratch here. So I want to use this account. If you've noticed, it's not very well upgraded, and it looked kind of gross, and hopefully it didn't scare too many people off the video. But this is an example of an account that we've pushed the 2 equipments we have maxed out, our common equipment, and they are being very impactful for us. However, for the same amount of ore, and maybe even more ore, we pumped it into this gauntlet and to make our king really strong. And I think this is where Epic Gear is kind of getting a lot of people's ores. We're going to look at my other hero equipment. They're only level 1, and because of that, if we, let's see, do I have a replay here? Yeah, if we look here, right, we go to here, we're gonna watch some sniping really quick. But when we get to about the end of this raid here, where we drop down our queen here, this level 1 ability makes it so that we're not actually taking out this storage here, and then we drop our king, we pop the ability, drop the royal champion, and this like ball thing she throws out was able to take out those buildings. However, that's because I have been upgrading this this equipment here. It would be so much nicer if this was maxed out, and if my ability to make it so I'm more invisible longer was maxed out. These are the abilities that are going to be winning you raids, not the gauntlet. The gauntlet will make you win raids more, and we just want to win. We don't want to win more at this point, especially if you're in the same position as me, where we don't have a lot of ore, and we start a new account, so we only have level 1 equipment. So now I'm going to bounce on over to my other account, which is the Strategic Rush series. I do series if this is your first time watching this video, where we do a rush series, a non-rush series, and a strategically rushed series. And this one, right, again, we go to our blacksmith, has much better equipped heroes. Now you can say that the threshold to max them out is less, which would be true. But this level 10 gauntlet is stopping me from having the max Archer Puppet and the max Rage Vial right now. If I didn't pump everything into those two things, I would be able to have those maxed out. And even if I could put stuff in the gauntlet, we're going to be going to Town Hall 13 probably pretty soon. And having a maxed out King ability and having some more extra ores would be great going into the next Town Hall, where we can then upgrade the Eternal Tome even more. So this is what I'm saying. The power comes from the common abilities being maxed out, not by having one really maxed out epic gear. So we're going to look at one more account here. We're going to look at the main, of course. And I'm going to do 2 raids here. We have this meh army here because we do some sneaky goblin farming. But hopefully we can have some good attacks here. But we're going to be doing an attack with no epic gear, and we're going to be doing one with epic gear. And we're going to see if it's much different. Hopefully the bases aren't too different in power and defense. But we're going to see that, hopefully we're going to see, this is my first time doing this, so maybe it will just blow up in my face. But hopefully we can see here that the epic gear, though very cool, might not be the way that we want to be heading until we max out all the important things. So we're just going to come in here, pop the Warden, and let's go 1, 2, 3, and hopefully we can take down this Town Hall. Nice. And we're just going to keep on rolling here, and the King is going to get big, right? We're still getting that HP gain, we're still pushing through. The Queen is doing fine, and if you notice, I haven't even put anything into the Frozen Arrow, so I'm already not even using all the epic gear right now. We're still pushing through, right? This is not a super duper maxed out base, but it is something. I shouldn't have used that invisibility spell. That might make us lose this attack, honestly. But hopefully it isn't too terrible here. So we're going to come on through. Come on, World Champion. Go invisible. Oh, go invisible. Nice. Oh, but we're running to the outside here. So this one will probably be a miss here. But here we have 91%. And you may argue that if I had... oh, actually, no. We are going to make it. You might argue that if we had the epic gauntlet here, this would have been a much easier 3-star. But this is to show, like, the epic gear isn't what going to make, the epic gear isn't the determiner of whether or not you're going to have a successful raid or not. It comes down from skill and fundamentals first. And these equipments are, of course, going to make it just a little bit easier for you if you don't have perfect fundamentals, and maybe even not perfect fundamentals, because these abilities have been working since the very beginning. If you're below Town Hall 16, we've always had these base gear abilities, and they've always been able to help us get the 3-star. And in a lot of cases, like the Warden, this ability has gotten buffed since then. So actually your Warden's even stronger than it was before this equipment update, meaning that as long as you max out the base gear, so as long as you your abilities kind of look like this, boom, as long as you get this first, you're golden. You should be able to do whatever you want. You shouldn't feel like you can't 3-star, because this layout right here has always been there for you. And I recommend, if you are going to be spending your resources and your ores that you've worked really hard on, make sure that you're maxing these out first. and don't waste them on the epic gear, because the epic gear isn't going to magically make you 3-star all the time. It's going to just help you maybe 3-star a little bit better. If you're 3-starring at like maybe an 80% hit rate, maybe it'll make you at like an 83%, 85%. Very marginal. And if you're like a 50-50, you can 50-50 hit that. Maybe that epic gear might be able to push you to maybe a little bit over 50-50. But what it comes down to is that you just need to learn how to attack a little bit better. And Supercell has already given you the tools necessary to do that. So I'm going to do one more raid here. Hopefully we can get another 3-star here. Oops, wrong one. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Oh, never mind, we didn't do this. You know what, we won't do it then. I don't know how that didn't happen, but it looks like we forgot to cook up a second army. So nonetheless, we're at 10 minutes anyways. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Again, if you want to join the clan in order to get more or increase the speed at which you can upgrade, I highly recommend joining the clan. We're very friendly here. And yeah, we have space. So more war people, the better. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. If you didn't take anything from this video, at the very least, just know that Supercell is giving you enough ore that you can upgrade and max out these common equipments at the same rate and maybe even faster than you would be upgrading your heroes. I have my king and queen maxed out here, and I'm saving my ore for the warden, so when that comes out I can start upgrading that. But we have plenty of income here, and it's only when you start funneling into these epic gear and wanting to max them out is when you're going to start finding that you're going to be struggling a bit. And especially if your heroes are only level 1, especially if your heroes are not even close to being maxed out on maxed out for that town hall level. Like if you're town hall 10 and you have a level 5 puppet, level 5 vial, and a level 15, 16, 17 gauntlet, that's probably the reason why you're going to be struggling and you're going to feel like you're lacking in power. It's because you're putting everything into this epic gear, and that might make you feel like you need to max out that epic gear, making you feel like you need to spend more money, or making you feel like the game is a little bit unfair. So please, please, please try to ignore the epic gear. If you already have your gauntlet upgraded because you pumped it up, definitely keep using that. But if you have not pumped anything in epic gear, I would never touch them ever until you are pretty much have nowhere else to put them, and then you can decide on whichever one you want. So hopefully you all did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.